Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Patra. This is Market Today, a show where we'll help you understand the closing action on the D Street. Joining in with me is Shell Patnagar as well. Well, the markets have come off the day's high point. You can actually see that 24,600 has been breached also on the lower side. It's the Nifty bank that's now into the red and about 100 points lower in trade. And more sectors are actually seeing some profits being taken off at the higher level. So it's the PSU banks that were rallying up until this far. You're seeing some profits taken off there. Pharma index, the infra stocks, Nifty bank as a whole, the broader market, the midcap and the small cap 100 indices have also slipped into the red. Metals have sold off too, and consumer durables are also seeing some dips as of now. What's holding up? It's the realty space, FMCG, IT and the auto space largely, which is showing some traction. The top mover on the Nifty right now is the FMCG maker, major HUL. Coal India follows suit. BPCL, HDFC Life, Tata Consumer Products, these remain as the top movers. Within the F&O space, India Cements, Piramal Enterprises, HPCL, they've been holding the ground from morning and they still hold steady as of now. Good afternoon to all our viewers and good afternoon, Shell.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The market is resting ahead of the rest day, which is tomorrow. We have a holiday, ladies and gentlemen, and not many people are interested in extending positions, especially long positions. They are booking profit, and that's evident across the board. When we woke up to trade today, there were 18 out of 19 indices in the green. As of now, leave alone the bank Nifty and the broader markets, almost about 15 indices are in the red. Sakshi's pointed out FMCG and IT index moving ahead. The showstopper today, ladies and gentlemen, is the 3% rise in Hindustan Unilever. We'll address that a little later. The record high on Colgate Palmolive from this space, and the color is back in some paint companies such as Asian Paints. So keep an eye out on this theme. Remember, this is the entirely defensive space which is now moving up. Auto stocks led by Bajaj Auto's very strong set of earnings that came in. I am requesting the PCR to fire the longer term chart of Bajaj Auto. In this case, the net profit rose very smartly to almost 2,000 crore rupees versus 1,665 crore rupees. So it's a very sharp 25% uptick on quarterly net profit. And of course, you've seen revenue surge to about 11,900 crores compared with 10,310 crores. So this is also a very sharp revenue and profit beat. Following Bajaj Auto's strong numbers, you've seen Eicher Motors and Hero Motors also rising smartly in trade. Apart from that, we have Century Textiles reporting its fourth quarter. Consolidated numbers for the quarter gone by were about a profit of 17 crores versus a loss of 7 crores in the year ago quarter, and of course revenue rose very sharply. So until and unless there is news driven, there is nothing really that's happening on markets as of now. Advanced decline Sakshi is also moved very sharply in the ratio of 1:1. So that is something that needs to be looked at, and not much is happening. Profit booking across the board in railway stocks. You've seen defense move lower. Look at IREDA. This was the darling till 2-3 days ago. Now it's down 5.5%. That's the only issue that's there in the market. All these PSU stocks which had seen very sharp run-ups are now pausing for breath a day ahead of holiday, and of course all leverage positions to some extent are also booking profit because now the D-Day actually appears. Let's also look at the guests that we'll be having some in a moment. Okay, what we'll do is, ladies and gentlemen, till that time, let's show you some winners. Look at Bharti Airtel today. Look at Piramal Enterprises, and look at HDFC Life. These are stocks 2% higher, 3.2% higher on PEL, and of course the old favorite Indigo is now coming back, 44.55 on the charts as far as Indigo is concerned. Sakshi.
Right, absolutely. And we'll of course continue to look at the big winners that we continue to see within the broader markets as well today. Oriental Carbon is one that's staying at the 20% circuit today. We have, Indo Mines, some rare stocks that are making a comeback today. You also have Umang Dairies, again, stock which we hardly discuss. That's up by almost 20%. Camlin Fine Sciences is another stock within the broader market that is rallying sharply. You have a 15% surge on this one. And Muka Proteins, remember we touched base upon this one. It's a recently listed stock that is up by 14.5%. Your Chennai Petro, remember we Shell pointed this stock out in the morning. It's holding up about 13.5% higher in trade. Then from the pharma pack, you also have Alembic Pharma, that's up by about 11.5% in trade. You have InSwift Limited, then you also have Vascon Engineers, that's buzzing about 9% higher. RPG Life Sciences is another one that's been buzzing in trade, so that's another 9% up today. You have Tamil Nadu Petro Products, that's up. Vimta Labs, very rare stock that we discuss, again another 8.5% higher. Then you also have some of those shipping stocks making a comeback. So Shreyas Shipping and Logistics is another 8% higher in trade. And remember, the telecom related stocks, those were the ones as well that were sharply buzzing higher in trade. So the telecom stocks are buzzing. MTNL is something that's now up 4%. You have Bharti Airtel, Bharti Hexacom. You also have stocks like Vodafone Idea that's been holding up in trade as well. So those are some of the stocks that are holding up strong within the telecom basket. Let's also look at the fertilizer pack. Remember in the morning trading session, we talked about how the fertilizer pack also was buzzing, and you have stocks like FACT, RCF, National Fertilizers. These are the stocks that were winning. We also heard from our guest in the morning, Mr. Rudramurthy, who talked about how Deepak Fertilizers is something that he's bullish on from within the space as well. And the entire space seems to be, although it's softened out from the morning moves, but this space is something that we'll continue to keep an eye out on even now, right now. Let's again look at some of the other buzzing spaces. Oil and gas, remember, the energy basket is entirely up. You have both BPCL, HPCL, IOC, all of them up and about in trade. Then you also have Coal India, that's up by about 3% from within the energy basket. And of course, some stocks like Chennai Petro, which we've already highlighted, which are gaining all that momentum. Infosys, remember this stock will be in focus today and of course all across Thursday. Thursday is when it comes out with the numbers. Remember TCS and HCL Tech both reacted very, very sharply higher to even inline set of numbers, and no big bang surprises, but even then the stocks really reacted sharply. Let's see how Infosys also comes out with the earnings. Along with Infosys, LTI, Mindtree, Tech Mahindra, these are some of the other stocks that are still holding up in trade again. From the FMCG pack, HUL, while is leading the move, you also have Britannia now joining in. Let's also pull up to see how ITC is faring, and also the next strong ones, Imami, Marico, Dabur. How are those stocks moving? So ITC is absolutely flat with a positive bias. However, let's also see whether there is a move across the FMCG space as well. So that's the FMCG space that is also into the green. We'll be waiting for our guest to now join in, Mr. Ratnesh Goel, Senior Technical Analyst, Arihant Capital Markets. He'll be with us very, very shortly to help us spot some ideas. Okay, Ratnesh is with us. Ratnesh, warm welcome. Good to have you with us. Do tell us what is catching your attention. We've again seen another day, another record high for the Nifty today in the intraday basis. So it seems like the bulls have not been tired or exhausted as of yet, despite this 5-week, 6-week kind of a run up that we've already seen. And of course, this is the week before the Big Bang Union budget. How do you see the markets, and where are you keeping your attention in terms of stocks?
Good afternoon everyone, and to our viewer. Definitely the market is in a very good zone and buying zone. And as I'm continuing saying that use any dip as a buying opportunity. So I still believe that still if any dip there is a like if Nifty from here the Nifty is very good support around the 24,200 24,300 is very good support level. If by chance we get any level that level, so we should use any buying opportunity. And definitely there is some pocket like as you mentioned the FMCG. Apart from that, I'm liking some cement sectors and some selected mid cap stocks also. So we have to very selected in the stock if you go look at this the like in the cement, like I am very much bullish in the India cement. So India cement after long consolidation we are seeing the very long after a long consolidation we are seeing the good breakout in this stock. So maybe as of now it is banned in the F&O, but in the cash market, if someone want to buy or if someone holding this position can still can hold with the stop loss 280. I can see the targets first 330, and then after the 330 we can see the more big target around the 350 or the 400 level, something like this.
$2:45, ladies and gentlemen. Another 45 minutes left for Tuesday's trade to pause. Remember, we have 2 weeks weekly expiries working in tandem. Fin Nifty, which normally expires on Tuesday, and of course Bank Nifty, it was supposed to expire on Wednesday, is now expiring a day in advance. Minus 50 on Bank Nifty, and Fin Nifty absolutely quiet, doing nothing at all. What's in action? It's the Nifty PSU banking basket, doing phenomenally well as far as prices are concerned. Let's just look at the Nifty PSU banking index, and that for the moment should be right there in front of you, 0.5% lower, 7388. It's given up its early morning gains, but the mood and the momentum remains very strong. What's started buzzing immediately is Suzlon. Almost 56 rupees on the screen, and I see a series of 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 block deals, actually 2 more coming into the picture. Let's get Ratneshji's view on Suzlon. 56 rupees, Ratneshji, what are the charts of Suzlon telling you? Now 2.5% higher.
Well, definitely Suzlon continue making the higher formation, but from the long time we are seeing the consolidation in this stock. So still this is in consolidation, but I think that it's still a good buy. I don't see any kind of a negativity on the chart. So just keep the stop loss around the 52. If someone holding from the lower level, someone want to enter the fresh position also can enter with the stop loss of 52 rupees. So first a little bit hard around the 57 rupees. If we get the close above this 57 rupees level, we may see the some big target around the the 70 rupees or the 68 rupees, something kind like this. But it will take some time. But for the short term, momentum term, this target can come.
Absolutely. The high that we've seen is 56.50. This was on July 5th. Remember, the real long-term charts of Suzlon are showing a lot of positive momentum. So this is something that you need to look at. If you pay attention to the quarterly chart of Suzlon, the shows getting better and better, and this was the last time we saw this price was April 2011. So that is 9 plus 4. This is a 13-year breakout that's happening on the charts of Suzlon. 248. Let's pay attention to the record highs that we are seeing in the market today. Remember, they acquire all the more significance in a market which itself is flat or tending towards profit booking. Natco Pharma 6% higher, 1281. And Natco is not the only counter which is alone in the pharma space at record peak levels. We'll take a look at Torrent Pharma. At 29.75, the counter is up about 1%, and this is a record high. About 2.6 lakh shares have been traded on Torrent Pharma. Also from the NBFC space, you have LIC Housing Finance and Muthoot Finance doing pretty good. But the counter that should be getting everybody's attention today is Castrol and HBL Power. These are high beta stocks and doing phenomenally well. Record peaks on both one. Castrol now up 1.7, and HBL Power has given up its early morning gains. It's up at 637, but I think the early morning high on HBL Power was actually 684. Sakshi, what are you watching?
Michelle, just wanted to discuss Piramal Enterprises also with Ratnesh ji. The weight has held on to momentum since morning, about 3.5% high in the F&O space. What's next for this counter, and should one keep this on their watch list now, Ratnesh ji?
Piramal was underperformed from the very long time, but now from the short term frame, if you look at it, it was consolidation near the 200 moving average daily chart, but still there is no sign of the the reversal and the chart, but maybe the some short term technical bounce we can see in this stock. So there is a little bit hurdle around the in this stocks around the 980 or 985 something level. That above that we can see the 1000 level. So if someone holding from the lower level, keep the stop loss around the 955. But I will say that just book some partial profit in this stock around this level. And then if we get the close above the like 985, 980 level, then we can see the target 1000 rupees, something like this.
Okay. One more pharma counter which I will point out to you is Natco Pharma. I remember even Shell used to track this very, very closely. Today the stock is up by about over 6% higher in trade. Gland Pharma follows, JB Chemicals, Torrent Pharma, Lupin. There is a buzz across, but Natco Pharma for you again, strong volumes and 1281 levels today, over 6% of a surge. Ratnesh ji.
Natco Pharma, if you look at it's outperforming in the particular sector, so definitely still it is a good buy. Some even for the fresh entry, it's also showing the good risk reward ratio in this stock for the short to medium term. So I believe that if someone holding, just keep the stop loss around the 1220 for the coming days, target around the 1350 1400 level. Even for the fresh entry, someone can take the fresh entry also with the stop loss 1220 for the same target.
Okay. Is there anything else also, Ratnesh ji, within the pharma space that looks extremely positive to you? Something which is your top counter from the pharma space right now that's on your radar?
Yeah, definitely. Like today, we have seen the fresh move in the Alembic Pharma APLL. So after a very long consolidation today, I can see that a very good volume and the good breakout of the consolidation and that downward sloping trend line on the daily chart, even on the weekly chart. So I believe that this could be a good bet. APLL Alembic Pharma with the stop loss of 1060. For the immediate target, I can see the immediate target around the 1160 and then midterm target around the 1300.
We have 38 minutes left for trade, ladies and gentlemen. Let's look at Hindustan Unilever. The reason why I mentioned this stock is that on a day when things are pretty quiet, here is India's largest FMCG company buzzing 3% higher on substantial volumes. We'll draw the long-term chart for Hindustan Unilever for you. It's just about 5-7% away from an all-time high, which was last seen in 2021. So if this high is taken out around 2950, then this will be a good development to watch. Ratnesh ji, what are the medium-term charts of HLL telling you?
Sorry, which stock? HUL. Yeah, definitely. Like as we mentioned, discussed.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
FMCG stocks is doing very well, and in Unilever definitely. In the recent we have seen the good relief in that in the 3rd June and the 5th June and the 4th June, something like this. And after that, we have seen the correction, but it took the support on the 200 moving average the daily chart. Now, after a consolidation, once again it started trading and started the upward journey. So the near-term target will be around 2760. This will be the very immediate resistance for the stock. But once we get because there is so much supply around these levels. Once we get close above, trade above, we can see the very big target in this stock like 2900 or above the 2900 level. So definitely, if someone holding can hold this stock with the stop loss 2650, and I can see the immediate target around the 2770, 2750. There we can someone can book some partial profit.
Okay, 27.5 lakh shares of HLL have been traded today, which is about 1.6 times the 5-day average. In fact, the if you see the Nifty FMCG index, this is where the action is on the long side. Balrampur Chini 1.1% higher, again 2.5 times the daily trading volume. United Breweries about a percent higher, 2.3 times the 5-day average. Lever we've discussed. Colgate Palmolive, this is a counter that is at a record high today, 1.1% higher. It's crossed the 3100 mark and it shows substantial traction. Also stocks at record high in the FMCG sector are Britannia, 5860, up about a percent. Marico 669 and Godrej Consumer Products 1458, about a percent higher. So there is some action happening across the board in FMCG, but overall the market seems to be absolutely quiet. Nifty moving nowhere. 31 points up at 24,618. The trading range for today on the Nifty, Sakshi, is a minimum, is 75 points. Days high 640, days low 580, 570. So no movement at all as far as the index is concerned. And of course, two other indices, Fin Nifty doing nothing, Bank Nifty doing nothing at all. Sakshi.
Absolutely. So thankfully, it's been a rather quieter day than what was being expected, that it could have turned out to be a volatile day right ahead of the holiday and with the two expiries that's underway. But thankfully, it's holding up above 24,600 even now. Several sectors, stocks that are showing us some buzz. We've discussed the pharma space, fertilizer space, telecom space as well. Let's discuss real estate with you, Ratnesh ji. Sobha Limited is now taken up the baton, 4% higher in trade. It was Prestige in the morning. It's still holding up about 3.7%. Suntec Realty, Brigade, Godrej Properties, DLF, frontline real estate players are now taking the lead. Do you think there is enough and more indication that the momentum could carry on?
Yeah, definitely. In the real estate, still the momentum we can see carry on, because there is a buzz that we can see is we can get some good announcement in the budget regarding this real estate sector. Definitely, this momentum can continue. The special, the selected real estate companies. So definitely, this can carry on. So, if you ask me the any like particular stock, so Prestige. Prestige is I believe that Prestige is still a good bet. We have seen the good rally in the recent past. Now we have seen the correction, and now I believe that it take the good support around the 1700 level. So I believe that once again we can see the rally in this stock up to the 2000 level with the stop of 1700.
Okay, got that. So that is the real estate space for you. How about the associate ancillaries, building materials, cement, metals, for instance? Both sectors are up in trade today. What looks good to you? Would you stick with cement, or is metal throwing you some moves? Because I think both ferrous and non-ferrous are in action, especially the ferrous ones that are moving about 3-5% higher in trade.
No, as I mentioned for opening mark, that cement is looking good. So I believe that one should stick with the cement, because there is definitely the infrastructure works is going very much, and there is so much demand, and there is so much buzz in the cement sector. Like someone buying so many company, and the companies are ready to sell their self. So there is so many good news in the cement sector. So I believe that they are definitely someone stick with the cement sector.
What we'll do, ladies and gentlemen, at this point of time, show you the volume picture, and this is a stark reminder of the lack of participation. Remember, every day we talk about numbers of 10,000 crores worth of trades on RVNL, 5,000 crores worth of trade on Mazgaon HAL, and of course IRFC, IREDA. They show volumes of 3,000, 3,500 crores on a regular basis. Well, just look at the absence of trading and investors and traders in the market. Today's top traded counter is HDFC Bank in the Nifty. The turnover is just 1600 crore rupees as far as HDFC Bank is concerned. The top traded counter today is Chennai Petrol, 11% higher. Yes, there is a price breakout. The volume is 2400 crores. This is substantial for Chennai Petrol, but absolutely no participation coming in terms of how active counters are traded. RVNL, the transaction is worth 1600 crores, counters down 2%. IRFC transaction is worth 1640 crores, counter down 2%. What's really buzzing? Well, IRB Infra and LIC Housing, which have shown very smart bursts. IRB Infra is definitely a low ticket, high beta item, and we'll request Ratnesh ji to take a look on this one. 4.6% higher for the moment, and an unbelievable 21 crore shares of IRB Infra have been traded. Ratnesh ji, any clue into the chart as to where IRB could hedge to?
Yeah, definitely. The IRB now today's try to fulfill this downward gap area, and after a long consolidation, we have seen the recently in the block deal in this stock. That's where we have seen the downtick on the chart, but it almost consolidated near the 50-day 200 moving average, something like this. So I believe that after the consolidation is trying to make the rounding formation on the daily chart and fulfill the downward gap area. So I believe that this stock can head toward around the 74 and then 77 level. So risk reward ratio in favor in the for the long. So keep the stop loss around the 66 rupees for the target for 74 and then 77.
Okay, got it. Let's also discuss IREDA with you, sir. It's dipped below over 5% lower in trade today after the stock has been continuously on a winning ground and scaling record highs. A strong set of numbers also came in, but it sold off after that. Even though there are last few ticks that are indicating recovery from the lowest point of the day, but over 5.5% lower right now, even now. How would you look at IREDA?
I don't think so any weakness in this chart. We have seen the very good run up after the breakout of 190 200 levels, and then we have seen a very sharp move in this stock. So because of that, we are seeing some a little bit, profit booking, or you can say the consolidation. But I don't think so any kind of the weakness is still. So if there is if we get the level around the 260 255, because by any chance, so it will be a good buy once again, with the stop loss 210 for the midterm, for the short term, you can say. Keep that stop loss for the target. Once again, I can see in this target 310 or 320.
Okay, we've discussed two stocks starting with I. I will discuss the third stock starting with I now. Indigo for you, Ratnesh ji. How would you look at this stock? 1.2% higher in trade. Why I'm asking you this is, there are two-pronged reasons. The aviation space has been a buzz since morning. Yesterday there was news report that the GST committee has rationalized some rates on the aviation parts. They made it uniform. And the second news is that just now June aviation data has come in, where Indigo's market share has come in at 60.8% versus 61.6%, and this is on a month-on-month basis, a slight dip, which probably has also gone to Vistara and Air India. How would you really look at Indigo right now?
Well, definitely Indigo, we have seen the very good run up in this stock, and a little bit stretch on the chart, but definitely there is no weakness, but a little bit stretch. So fresh entry will be a little bit risky. Risk reward ratio is not in the favor for the fresh entry, but someone holding this stock can hold with the stop loss around the 4350 for the target around the 4500, or you can say the 4560 level. But if someone holding from the lower level, they can hold for the fresh entry a little bit risky at this moment.
3:03 p.m. ladies and gentlemen, we have 27 minutes of trade. Very low volumes. Practically, this is mostly investor-led buying, which is taking advantage for a dip in volume activity to actually push in some decent buy trades. We'll pay attention to Lupin. This is something that we've been pointing out for a while. The counters up just 1.5%. Nothing, absolutely nothing in terms of volume which one can really appreciate. But this is a price which is now at a multi-year high. The last time you saw Lupin post this kind of a number, let me just get you that particular month. Yes, it was January of 2016. So that makes it 4 plus 4, 8 plus 5. So 8 years and 5 months is the high that Lupin just recorded. Anything out of the ordinary that looks on the charts, Ratnesh, as far as Lupin is concerned? We are seeing a single rise from 696 rupees in April of 2023 to this level.
So definitely, Lupin is the outperform in the pharma sector, and in the recently on the 4th July, it has given the fresh breakout, and you can say like the cup and handle formation. So I believe that definitely it is a good, still a good bet the Lupin, and there is no sign of the weakness. It's still even for the fresh entry, I can see the risk reward ratio in the favor. So 79. 1790 could be the stop loss for the fresh entry, and we can see the target in the near term around the 1930 to 1960 level.
Okay, a sharp burst that is coming onto the Nifty in the last 15-20 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. The most recent low was 24,590, and from then on you've seen a nice uptick to 24,643. Let's hope that the index closes at its day's high. Remember, this is also T-1 for the Nifty, and a sharp move that is coming into stocks such as Bharti Airtel, stocks like the pharma space doing pretty good in terms of gainers. You have Hindustan Unilever contributing 15 points to Nifty's rise, Bharti Airtel 18 points, ICICI Bank and Nifty, Infosys 19 and 21 points respectively. Ratnesh, this comes to you. Index heavyweight Infosys will be reporting its numbers on Thursday after market hours. What do you think is the positioning on the street as far as Infosys is concerned? 1730 for you and fairly decent volumes today.
Well, definitely. If you look at the bigger picture on the daily chart, it is a classical rounding formation on the daily chart after a very long underperformance in this stock, and near the 200 moving average. We have seen the very the long consolidation in this stock, and IT sector, even in the whole IT sector, we have seen the underperformance. But after the TCS result, we have seen the good breakout in all the IT sector and the good volume. So I believe that definitely the Infosys could be a good bet. I'm just a little bit waiting for the closing out of 1750. So once we get the closing about that, we can see that we can say that this rounding formation is almost complete, and then we can see the very big target. But in the near term, we can see the around the 1780 that could be the target. So definitely it could be a good bet. Just watch the closing of 1750.
Okay, got it. Let's discuss the insurance space. LIC of India for you, Ratnesh ji, 5% higher. It's trading at a wonderful number of 1111. LIC. After a long haul, we are again seeing a buzz in this entire space. And SBI Life, HDFC Life also came out with its earnings. That was also a buzz with action. But LIC first, and then the take on the entire sector.
Yeah, definitely. LIC is a good bet. It is still after long consolidation today. Once again, we have seen the good breakout in the stock with the volume. So I believe that definitely is still a good bet for the fresh entry also, with the stop loss around 1070 for the target 1200 levels in the near term.
Okay, got that. Adani stocks, Anything that looks positive to you? Have you put anything on your radar afresh today after the entire space was abuzz with action? Adani Ports and Adani Enterprises within the Nifty, and beyond that we've also seen the power, energy solutions, Total Gas, even Ambuja Cements, the entire space abuzz with action. What looks good to you, sir, on charts?
Well, definitely, like if you talk about the Adani Port, Adani Power, these all the stocks are consolidation, and from the long time it is in consolidation. So I believe that a little bit is stretch also on the chart. So as of now, I will not touch the like Adani Port or Adani Enterprise, but definitely as I mentioned that cement sector. So even the Ambuja or you can say the ACC. So ACC we can go with the these stocks like something. So they can I believe that they can. A little bit perform compared to the Adani Enterprises or Adani Ports, something like this.
What we'll do, Sakshi, is show the chart of Garden Reach shipbuilders. A very, very interesting trend has happened. Look at the day's low, which was 2450, and from 2450 the stock has risen 100 points higher, and it is now quoting 2.2% up. So it seems that the correction has ended, and let us see what Garden Reach does in the last 20 minutes of trade. Let me just see whether there are any other stocks apart from Garden Reach that are in the green. No. This is the only one that has turned the tide, and it's moving very, very sharply. Days low 2447, at the moment 2574. Ratneshi, would you want to stick your neck out? Garden Reach, whether the correction is over?
Definitely, for the all the defense sector for the fresh it is very bit very bit difficult nowadays. So and whenever they move very sharp, either the upside or the downside, so it's not the easy cake for the the small or retail investor. But definitely, still as of now, no sign of the weakness at this level in the GRSC or any other counter in the defense. So, if someone holding from the lower level, I will not suggest for the fresh buying, but definitely because they are even for the technical or even people are also talking about the fundamental of these stocks that they are already trading a very high multiples. So, I believe that just keep the stop loss around the if someone holding from the lower level, keep a stop loss around the 2440 level, but as of now it will consolidate between the range of 2650 to 2450. This could be range for this stock.
In fact, Shell, there is an order that GRSE has just received, about an 840 odd crore rupee of an order that's come in. Okay. This is for ocean research vessel construction and delivery that it has got, an 840 odd crore rupee of an order, big order coming in for the company.
Fine, actually that's the reason why the stock has started to buzz, or at least move from negative to positive territory. Remember, this is a very high beta counter, and that's the reason you see such frenetic activity on Garden Reach. What else is clicking in the green? We've checked Lupin, we've checked Industars in the morning, Suzlon we've talked about. I think Industars, this is something dramatic. Ratneshi, Industar for you 2.7% higher, 407.35, and a sharp uptick in open interest as well, which is about 4% higher. What are the charts of Industar telling you?
Indus Tower is a very beautiful and very good chart, and Indus Tower, that is just a little bit on the supply zone is of now 407. But I believe that this is definitely going to outperform the market. So one can still someone can hold this, take the fresh entry in these stocks with the stop loss around the 370, 380 levels. Once we start trading above the 407, we can see the target around the 460 or 470 level. So just definitely this is a good bet even for the BTST also.
Okay. BTST as well. Well, Shell, interestingly, we've already discussed 5 to 6 names starting with I today. Discussed Indus Towers, Infosys, Indigo, IREDA, IRB Infra, and I will bring in the next stock, which is insecticides India, after a long haul that we are seeing in the broader markets, a 13% uptick.
Yes.
Ratnesh ji, क्या कहेंगे?
Insecticide, definitely we have seen the very sharp move in this strong insecticide. It has given the good breakout after long consolidation. So definitely for the fresh trade also it can be a good bet with the stop loss around the 780. It's also a good BTST for the target 850 late.
Okay, and the ninth stock that we will discuss from I is India Cements, top mover on the F&O space, a 5% uptick. Your sense, sir?
Definitely, as it was my opening pick. I think India Cement and it's my opening stock. So definitely, still as I mentioned that these stocks are going to break like after a very long 2007 high. So definitely, whenever these stocks break that much long back high, so we can see the very big target. But as of now, I will not give that much big. But in the near term, we can see the target around the 350 or 360 level like this. And here I like to give the disclosure also because it's my personal holding in India.
Got that. Chaliye, those are all the eyes for you. Anything if you have to spot a trend in the market which is very quiet, well, you have that. But realty, FMCG, IT, auto, these are the 4 sectors that are still moving, and energy you can add on to that. Small cap seeing some pullback from the lowest point of the day. It's now flattish with a positive bias. What else can we pull out in this market for all of you viewers? Barring Garden Reach, I think there is some momentum coming back even on Cochin and on Mazagon Dock as well. Sugar space is something that's been buzzing. We haven't discussed that with Ratnesh ji. Let's discuss that too. Sugar space, what do you really foresee here, Ratnesh ji? It was Balrampur Chini that was buzzing in the F&O space, but cash stocks also. We have Rajshri Sugar, KCP Sugar, Ugar Sugar, Balrampur Chini, Awadh Sugar, Bannari Aman, all of them a buzz with action. Your sense?
Well, I'm not a big fan of the sugar stock because they just, so it's not just a one day move. So maybe the Balrampur Chini, as you mentioned, it's near with support level. So just keep the stop loss around the 430, 435, and we can see the target around 470, 485 level.
All right, and as Shell tells me, we discussed India Cements. In fact, it is at its highest level since 2007. It is a 17-year breakout that we've actually seen on India Cements, and that's driving the entire space into momentum in trade. So you have ACC, you have Ambuja, you have Heidelberg Cement about 5.5% higher. Sanghi Industries is up by 3.5%. KCP Limited is up 3. You also have JK Cement, Kakatia Cement as well, Sagar Cements. The entire space seems to be a buzz with action, and it could be a record closing for even India Cements as the strong momentum is indicative of right now. Ratnesh ji, coming back to the cement space, India Cements and versus the other stocks, where would you continue to place your new bets, maybe for even BTST?
I will also, as I like to always bet on the horse, so India Cement is my horse. But apart from that, Ambuja, definitely the Ambuja is my one of the second best week in this cement pack. So Ambuja is consolidation as of now, but I can see that a good level, 650, 660 is the good level. We can see the target after this consolidation is 705 and 725.
Okay.
I think, Sakshi, what's really interesting in the cement space is that if you remember about a week ago, Ambuja Cement got a double upgrade.
Yes, Nomura.
There was a buyout that happened on India Cement by Ultratech, and before that Ambuja had gobbled, if I'm not mistaken, Penna Cement. Yes. So that's the broader theme that's running in the markets as far as prices are concerned in the cement space, and all these how should I say companies which are targets for takeover, those are the ones that are running in the green. We track about 38 cement companies for you, and out of 38, the sensible ones Sakshi has mentioned which are in the green. Nuvuco, this is a cement, mid-sized cement play owned by the Nirma Group, 1.46% higher at the moment, 357. The big boy Grasim is doing 2/3 of a percent higher. So a nice hectic activity happening across the space. Of course, volumes are low everywhere, and that is something that needs to be checked. Profit booking in Zomato as well. Just yesterday, the counter hit a market capitalization of 2 lakh crores. Today down 5.5% at 260. Needless to say, yesterday's close was a record high, and the owner, Mr. Dipender Goyal, is now a billionaire as far as Zomato's holding is concerned. And Sakshi, Garden Reach is at its day's high, moving at 25.80. Yours.
Okay, I think there are some earnings also coming in. Let's look at those. Jubilant Ingreva, that's come out with its Q1 numbers. It's a downtick on both the top line and the bottom line. Profitability has dipped from 58 crores to 49 crores. The consolidated revenue for the company has come down from 1075 crores to 1024 crores. This is on a year-on-year basis, the kind of dip that we have seen in Q1 for Jubilant Ingrevia. The stock is flat with just about 0.5% uptick right now. So that is the earning, but we are awaiting Bajaj Auto. That is the big number that we will be checking on Thursday morning. If it comes before the market hours, we'll see the uptick, but we'll see the reaction. But right now, only Jubilant Ingrevia has come in right before the markets shut shop. For Jubilant Ingrevia, the margins have also slipped from 10.8% lower. I mean, like from EBITDA has also dipped, and even margin slightly lower. So from 10.8% to 10.07%. That's the kind of dip that's coming in. We'll look at the earnings corner and continue to update you all about what is buzzing. But let's see if there are anything interesting moves that we can point out for you. Okay. Paint space again will be in focus. Remember, Asian Paints will also come out with its earnings soon, and then the entire space again seems to have some momentum. Akzo Nobel is up by 4% in trade today. Not many names that we track on a regular basis. Nitco, Sirca Paints, those are the ones that are buzzing over 3.5% higher in trade, and even those sanitary ware companies, again it's the ancillary space that's buzzing. So Cera Sanitary, Kajaria Ceramics, those are the counters that are buzzing. Anything that catches your attention here, Ratnesh?
Like not in the very fast move like Senator, but definitely the Cera is a very good pick in this in this sector. But Cera is a very heavy counter, but for the investment purposes, definitely it's a very good pick. Still it's offering a very good risk reward ratio. So I believe that definitely just keep the stop loss around 9,000 rupees, and we can see the target around 9,500 rupees.
Okay, one more order news flow that's coming in.
Just 7 minutes.
Shakti Pumps, I think it's got a 34 crore rupees order. Just wanted to point out that, Shell. Yours.
Yeah, Sakshi, let's look at Shakti Pumps, one of the biggest beneficiaries of this ongoing mad bull run that's happening in all pump stocks. Shakti Pumps normally moves 5% up only. We are lucky. It's up only 12 rupees today, 42.25 for you. I think it's moved as much as it could ahead of the order announcement. So we'll sort of keep quiet about it, except to show you the price. There is nothing much we can do. Very long-term chart, if it can be shown. I think it was less than 1800 rupees, 1500 rupees 3-4 months ago, and daily 5% circuit. We'll try and show you the long-term chart which is coming in front of you. Ditto for KSB pumps and to some extent even roto pumps. So very sharp uptick that's happening. Yeah, there it is. 6x. Sakshi, could you read the screen? 6x in how many time? How many time frame? What's time
1 year?
frame
1
on the
year.
chart?
This is 1 year.
I can't see it from this distance.
This is 1 year.
Just imagine a 600% return in 1 year on Shakti pumps. Ditto for KSB pumps as well, although now Shakti is ahead of KSB. That much I can assure you in terms of percentage returns. Roto is also doing very well, but not as exciting as Shakti and KSB. On our way out, ladies and gentlemen, it's Indus Stars, which is trying to close at its record high, 407.70. Very rarely have I stuck my neck out and said you need to have this stock in your long-term portfolio. That was around 323, 325 rupees when the major block had happened for about 18,000, 19,000 crore rupees a month ago. So it's worked out very well. You've seen almost a 30% return coming in less than 1 month. Also at the day's high, Piramal Enterprises, Sakshi's marked that 980, 3.5% higher. India Cement, we've discussed threadbare. This will be a record close ever. It's just broken past its 17-year level, which was last seen in October 2007. The close that day was 310 rupees, and today it will sort of start a new life as an adult. 18वें साल में आपको एक बहुत बढ़िया मूव दिख रहा है. Let us see how this matures beyond the normal pale of things, and Thursday will be an exciting day. Ultratech Cement is also showing some smart moves, 11,670, although the price ticket is much too much. 326 Sakshi. Let's start wrapping up a day which has been absolutely flat on the indices, apart from the Nifty IT index, which hasn't although done anything great, but flat move ahead of what is a holiday tomorrow.
Absolutely. Well, there is one stock that we will continue to keep an eye out on when we come back on Thursday, and that will be Vedanta. There is some report that is coming in from Bloomberg, which indicates that Vedanta is looking at increasing the size of its QIP to over $1 billion now. So that will be something that we will continue to watch out for. Right now, a 0.7% of a downtick on Vedanta shares as of now, but this news will be important for us to track once this gets a confirmation as well, because this is news that's coming in from Bloomberg. With that, we'll thank you, Ratnesh ji, for being with us on this show and sharing all your thoughts and ideas with all our viewers. And viewers, we'll start wrapping up the market now. And right ahead of the holiday, we have 24,600. Again, this will be a record closing high for the Nifty, above that 24,600 mark for the first time, and you do see a 0.08% uptick right there. Flattish trade on the Nifty Bank, some action, some recouping of losses for sure from the lower levels, especially for the small cap 100 index that's come back into the green. Mid cap is just flat at this point in time. Realty, FMCG, IT, auto remained in the buzz. Energy names like Coal India, they rallied sharply, 3% higher on the Nifty, the top mover, followed by BPCL, another 2.5% uptick. Then you have FMCG makers like HUL, Tata Consumer Products, Britannia that moved strongly. Bharti Airtel, LTI Mindtree, HDFC Life, Infosys. These were among the big buzzers on the Nifty in trade today on the top movers side. On the top losing side, Shriram Finance, Dr. Reddy's, Reliance Industries 1.4% down. Kotak Mahindra Bank, Ultratech Cement, Hindalco, NTPC, these were the top tracks. F&O movers, India Cements, 5.5% higher, 323. Piramal Enterprises, over 4% uptick. HPCL, BPCL as the other big movers, and Indus Towers, of course, over 2.5% of an uptick that was being seen across that board as well. But the markets are now shutting shop at 24,600 odd levels. Of course, the top gainers from the border markets included names like Vimta Labs, Insecticides India. There are a whole lot of names that were even 20% higher. Oriental Carbon, Keynote Financial Services. Rarely do we discuss these stocks. Indo Mines, Umang Dairies, Camlin Fine Sciences, Muka Proteins. These are the top movers within the broader market space as well. But it's turned out to be a fairly good day of trade right ahead of the holiday and on the expiry of both FinNifty and the Nifty Bank. With that, viewers, we wrap it up at that. Thank you so much for watching this Market Today's edition from both Shell and me. But stay tuned on Business Today as action continues on the other side.
This was Prime Minister Narendra Modi meeting some of the brightest economic minds of the country last week. The entire Niti Aayog team was present, and so was Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. Besides discussions on the economic and social issues to be addressed by the Union Budget, high on the agenda were also the new political realities of the current government being part of a coalition. Two of the largest alliance partners of the BJP in the current NDA government have already put forward their large financial demands from the centre. The Chandrababu Naidu-led TDP government in Andhra Pradesh has reportedly sought financial assistance for multiple projects that may cost nearly 1.5 lakh crore rupees. Nitish Kumar has asked for a special status for Bihar as well as compensation for floods and various infra projects. Despite these political pressures, the budget, as President Draupadi Murmu indicated, will be futuristic and packed with reforms.
ये बजट सरकार की दूरगामी नीतियों और फ्यूचरिस्टिक विजन का एक प्रभावी दस्तावेज होगा। इस बजट में बड़े आर्थिक और सामाजिक निर्णयों के साथ ही अनेक ऐतिहासिक कदम भी देखने को मिलेंगे। भारत के तेज विकास की जन आकांक्षाओं का पूरा करने के लिए रिफॉर्म्स की गति अब और तेज की जाएगी।
The union budget is likely to focus on creating jobs. This will involve heavy investments in infrastructure and various incentives for the manufacturing and MSME sectors. Reports say that production link incentive PLI scheme could be expanded to other areas as well.
आप देख रहे हैं बिजनेस टुडे बाजार। तो बाजार धीरे धीरे कदम बढ़ाता हुआ आगे बढ़ रहा है, स्टेप बाय स्टेप इसके लेवल्स बढ़ते हुए दिख रहे हैं। 24,661 के ऑल टाइम हाई पे पहुंचता हुआ दिखा। लाइफ हाई लगाने के बाद बाजार में सुस्ती देखने को मिली, ना तेज़ी ना मंदी दिख रही है बाजार में। खरीदारी का उत्साह बहुत ज़्यादा आज नहीं है। निफ्टी ने हायर हाई और हायर लो बनाता हुआ ये दिखा। कल के लो को बाज़ार हालांकि प्रोटेक्ट करने में कामयाब रहा है, लेकिन जो लोग कैरी करके चल रहे हैं साफ तौर पे उनको फ़ायदा होता है यहाँ पे दिख रहा है। करीब करीब जो रेंज रही है बाज़ार की, पहले 100 की थी, अब उससे घटते घटते करीब 70 की आज जो रेंज रही है वो 70 के पॉइंट्स के आसपास की रेंज में घूमता हुआ दिखा है बाज़ार। हैवी वेट्स में काफ़ी प्रेशर देखने को मिल रहा है, चाहे रिलायंस हो, कोटक हो, श्रीराम फाइनेंस हो, सब नीचे हैं। उसके बावजूद बाजार जो है वो हरे निशान में बने हुए हैं। स्मॉल कैप इंडेक्स फिर से आधा प्रतिशत यहाँ पे तेज़ी देखने को मिली। ज़्यादातर PSU जो है मजबूत स्थिति में है। एक हफ्ता हो गया FMCG शेयरों में लगातार ये बढ़त में दिख रहे हैं। डेरिवेटिव्स की बात करें यहाँ पे तो यहाँ पर निफ्टी में 24,500 की पुट और 25,000 की कॉल पर सबसे ज़्यादा ओपन इंटरेस्ट दिख रहा है। वहीं वीकली एक्सपायरी के दिन बैंक निफ्टी में दबाव है और भर भर कर कॉल राइटर्स यहाँ पर देखने को मिल रहे हैं। हालांकि कल FIs की तरफ से भी खरीदारी के जो आंकड़े हैं वो काफ़ी मजबूत देखने को मिले हैं। अब इस चर्चा को खोलते हैं। हमारे साथ प्रशांत तापसे जी हैं जो कि रिसर्च एनालिस्ट हैं मेहता इक्विटीज़ के। सर, आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है बिजनेस टुडे बाजार में।
वेरी गुड इवनिंग टू एवरीवन।
सर, सबसे पहला मेरा सवाल कि बाज़ार का मतलब क्या मतलब किस तरीके की एक रेंज में ही दिख रहा है हमको, रोज़ एक ही तरह के हिसाब से चलता हुआ दिख रहा है। बजट तक कैसी तरह की चाल रहेगी और अगर निवेशकों को करना क्या चाहिए ऐसे बाज़ार में?
देखो, जिस तरीके से मोमेंटम एवरी डे नया हाई और नया डे लो बना रहा है वहाँ पे, तो टेक्निकली मार्केट्स तो बहुत स्ट्रांग है। जिस तरीके से पैसा इनफ्लो आ रहा है FIs की तरफ से और DIs की तरफ से, गिरने का चांस नहीं दे रहा है मार्केट। बट जो भी ट्रेडर है आज के तारीख में जो ट्रेलिंग स्टॉप लॉस बना के अगर उसको कैरी फॉरवर्ड कर रहा है ट्रेड को, वो प्रॉफिट बना रहा है। नेगेटिविटी अभी तक कुछ आई नहीं है मार्केट्स में, और मार्केट्स में एक जो डर है कि अभी मार्केट कितना ऊपर जाएगा, ये एक डर ना हमेशा नया हाई पे चलते रहेगा। बट आगे आने वाले जो इवेंट्स हैं, एक तो बजट है,